nights of music. Mon Valley Radio.
Good afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, and everybody else in between this great, big, beautiful country of ours. How the hell you doing? What's up? What do you know? What do you say? What's happening? I got it all out. Holy shit, how you doing? It's Chuck Mangled News Show, where I mangle the news. I mangle everything else. Was off last week, had all kind of shit going on with my breathing and everything else. Machine crapped out. What a wreck. A total wreck. Look at his hair. It's all even that's all screwed up. Look at this shit. I make myself look pretty. Ha! Oh, forget it. Oh, shit, I got a cough. Man, see that? As soon as I get on here. Okay, hold on. Do this. And... okay. I don't think that helped. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, no. Did I cough into the thing? Maybe not. Okay, so I get this all popped on the TV. First, this is not a kid's show, so if you got any crumb munchers, rugrats running around, time to put them in a nap. Nice outside, kick their ass outside, let them go play. Xbox, PlayStation, iPad, put earphones on. I'm trying to curb my swearing. They did a study, too. People that swear are intelligent people, so. Well. Anyway, pop the news on, and I see this defense attorney doing his opening remarks for this George Floyd, right? And after everything this defense attorney was saying in his opening remarks, every sentence I'm like, well, it doesn't justify killing the guy. All the excuses he gives. Well, they thought he was taking a couple pills, and somebody said this, and no. Does not justify killing the guy. So I don't care what he says. This is one time that a cop really needs to go to jail. They need to start setting examples, just because, and it seems like it really escalated when Trump was in office. I hate to say it, it escalated when Trump was in office because he's the law and order president, and he, and all this other stuff. It's like giving them a signal, wink, wink, go ahead, do your thing, start shooting people, start killing them. It is dangerous. Police got a dangerous job. I mean, there's a lot of times, like every day, they walk up on a car, somebody pulls a gun on them. So, but it's, but when you got a guy out in the open like that, and you got your knee on his neck and he's saying, I can't breathe, do you think you could let up just for a minute? I mean, watching that video, you could tell George Floyd was in trouble when he pissed himself. I mean, when you see the piss coming down from underneath the car. Beyond me, folks. It is beyond me. Beyond my comprehension. My peanut brain comprehension. Oh. So how about that big cargo thing stuck in Suez Canal? You see them digging that sand out? Look at these giant things, cranes and stuff, dredges and stuff, digging, and then they look like little, Tonka toys, compared to the ship. How did it get that way? Try to yawn. Is that another sign of that global warming shit? The Suez Canal is starting to get low on water? I don't know. Somebody have to do some heavy duty digging there, boy. I'm telling you. So what else is going on? Anyway, last week was a fiasco. They brought me a new machine. Here's the crazy thing. It drives me absolutely nuts. And I got to call the electric company today. It's like every time I get everything adjusted, oxygen's okay, breathing's then the electric goes out. And it's like I got to readjust everything all over again. Battery backup for these isn't good enough. I mean, yeah, it gives you like minute, 30 seconds to a minute or so to go ahead and get portable, set up and operating, and stuff like that. But what the hell? So maybe they've been doing some work. Weather hasn't been the greatest. Maybe somebody been hitting telephone poles or something. Who knows? Oh well. Try to do some. A lot of people on Twitter are watching that too. So they're still doing a news thing on the news. All about the news wouldn't be the news without the news, right? Maybe somebody soon. Maybe someday soon. Okay, that's her. Note how the defense attorney's repeated use of the Mercedes-Benz instead of the car or vehicle, and Floyd's alleged girlfriend's full name, Shawanda Hill, rather than just Ms. Hill. This is not just happenstance. Picking that shit apart. There you go. Black Santa X. Okay, Black Lives Matter. Whatever George Floyd did this day is irrelevant. Okay, here we go, folks. 8 effing minutes. I didn't say it. On anyone's neck is torture with clear intent to harm or kill. This was effing murder, no matter which effing way you look at it. That guy's very intelligent. So, a rare bird, ever hopeful, ever diligent, ever loved, says, whenever I see homeschooled, I know there's a grift, a lie, and a laugh coming. What? Homeschool. People across the street, they're homeschooling their kids. They're freaking smart. They're smart. You know why? They're getting the individual attention that they need. And their mom's putting their feet to the fire. That's why they're smart. It's not like you go to school and just, hey, stand in a corner, stand in a hall. Do whatever the hell you want to. Sit in a classroom, go to sleep, play on your phone. Not all schools are like that, not all classes are like that, but there's a lot. I mean, hey, a lot of kids have learned how to sleep with their eyes open from school. Okay. Lisa Smith says they're mad because they won't book the deals with Biden. And Tony says, and this is why she's commenting on that, to those who are bitching and moaning that the president doesn't do press conferences every damn day like the former guy did, President Biden doesn't have to because his press secretary does. Unlike 45's press secretaries did whenever they felt like it. Now, STFU. And if you don't know what that means, you have to look it up. Look at this freaking hair. I look like freaking Goofy Caesar or some damn shit. What the oh my God. What is this? Why am I worried about that shit? I don't know why. It's there. It's freaking there. I gotta lower my voice. Quit getting so excited, you know what I mean? So you can tell when I get excited, huh? Yeah, I talk real high like this. Woo! What's going on here? Okay, Buttigieg, a mileage tax shows a lot of promise. Please. That's not fair to the traveling salesman. I'm not reading that article. Bullshit. You want to read it? It's from The Hill 3 days ago. Oh, no. Fox News 15 hours ago. Antifa. Armed rioters descend on Oregon State Capitol. What? What? Are you sure? Let's see what it says. Fox News. This was published 16 hours ago. Last updated 3 hours ago. Thank you. All right. Antifa armed rioters descend on Oregon State Capitol in Salem. Salem police arrest at least 3. Oh no, what's going on? Salem police arrested at least 3 people and urged others to stay away from Oregon State Capitol building Sunday evening as violence linked to Antifa-aligned protesters broke out. Oh, the heavily armed crowd had grown to as many as 200 people. Wow. Fox 12 Portland reported. The chaos unfolded as a planning right-wing protest. Oh, the chaos. Wait a minute, dude. This is, I read it as right and I mangle the shit out of it. So we got to get it right for you to understand what the hell I'm talking about, okay? The heavily armed crowd had grown to as many as 200 people, Fox 12 Portland reported. The chaos unfolded as a planned right-wing protest and Antifa counter-protests were scheduled in Salem for the same day. Police received reports of vehicles driving past the Capitol being struck with balloons filled with paint as well as green lasers being pointed at drivers. Oregon Police Department changes K9's name, Little Kim, after calling for. That's a side note. Who gives a shit? It says, read more. Should we read more? I don't know. Let's try it out. Video shared by independent journalist Andy Ngo, I guess, show that one vehicle had its window smashed out while another protester was nearly run over by a truck. Ngo said the protesters were Antifa, noting that they brought their flag as well as weapons and riot gear. I didn't know Antifa had a flag. Oh my. Police issued an audible warning to protesters that they are participating in an unpermitted event and blocking Court Street. Exit the roadway and obey all laws, they said. Failure to do so may result in arrest. Stay on the sidewalks and exit the roadway. So they're telling them, stay off the roads, get on the sidewalks. Oregon State Police and Salem Police Department's crowd management teams moved protesters away from the scene. Okay. So you want to read the rest of that? I don't. Okay, Fox News. Okay, Lucas Manfredi. Oh, did you know? Here's another thing. They put Lara Trump on Fox News as a contributing whatever the hell they do. You know? She's the one that took dog food out of the dogs' mouths and, you know, that fund for dogs and animals, embezzled it. Yeah. The family, never mind. What family, huh? Yeah, so. Oh, no. Men's Health, 2 hours ago. This is a science. Scientists goofed and accidentally created a new kind of fish. Oh, no. In an effort to save the Russian sturgeon, not a doctor, it's a fish, okay, sturgeon. You know, sturgeon, not a sturgeon. Scientists accidentally created a fish hybrid while breeding the endangered species in captivity. Menso.com, March 29th. That's today, 9:47 a.m. Pretty close. A new paper in Genes describes how two different types of fish, sturgeon and paddlefish, bred to create hybrid offspring. Okay, folks, what you going to call them? Sturgeon, paddlefish. I don't know how you could do that. How you can combine them names. The creation of these hybrid they're called sturtlefish. Okay, there you go. Was accidental and occurred in a lab in Hungary while researchers were trying to breed Russian sturgeons in captivity because the fish is endangered, with some sturgeon species being critically endangered. In a wild turn of events, a new kind of fish has been born in a lab entirely by accident. The sturtlefish is a hybrid between a Russian sturgeon and an American paddlefish and came into existence by accident. Now, how'd them Russians get an American fish? We have to look into this. They're taking our fish. They're taking our paddlefish. That's even worse. Who are they going to spank? They're using a paddlefish to spank. I bet you that's a new commie type torture, something like that. All right, shut up, Chuck. Here, see? You think the United States got the only problem. This is from the Hill. 11:06 a.m. Thank you. Very cool. We're right up on there. Thailand braces for refugees as thousands flee Myanmar. Airstrikes. Thailand is bracing itself for thousands of refugees who are fleeing Myanmar after its military launched several airstrikes near its border in recent days, further escalating the military crackdown after the coup. The Prime Minister's Prayut Chan-o-cha said on Monday that his government is getting ready for a potential flood of refugees amid the recent strike attacks. We don't want to have mass migration into our territory, but we will consider human rights too, Prayut said. See? It's happening all over the place, in Africa, in Thailand, and, it's not just Mexico. Oh, and did they pay for that wall yet? Oh, that's on the list with that, like the health care plan, right? That we never got. See, the United States is trying to fix this. U.S. suspends. This is from the Hill. You want to read it? And it's from 12:05 p.m. March 29th. That's what today is, right? U.S. suspends trade engagement with Myanmar after deadly crackdown. The United States suspended trade engagement with Myanmar on, what do you say it? Some say tomato, some say tomato. Myanmar? Myanmar. It's a Myanmar type thing here on Monday after the country experienced its most deadly crackdown of protests since the military coup in February. U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai announced the suspension of U.S. collaboration with Myanmar, also known as Burma. There, see, if you don't know where remember Burma from your history, geography class, whatever, when you had, I don't know what they call it, social studies, whatever. That class, yeah, the one you fell asleep in, okay? Burma, through the 2013 Trade and Investment Framework Agreement, TIFA, there, see? And TIFA, this is TIFA, Investment Framework Agreement. They're doing, see, it's, there, and is including, so that's what Antifa stands for. Including Investment Framework Agreement. Antifa. They ain't going to buy it, are they? I didn't think so. Okay, so anyway, effective immediately according to a release from our office. So if you want to read that, that's in the Hill. It doesn't say who wrote it. I like these like anonymous writers, you know. They take all the credit for their writers. March 29th, 2021, 12:05. That's where you're going to find it. TheHill.com. Wow. This is sad news. Billionaire Petri Kellner dies in Alaska helicopter crash. 5 die, lone survivor in serious but stable condition. That's Forbes 4 hours ago. Now this billionaire... Oh, okay. Peter Kellner, 56, the richest person in the Czech Republic, has died in a helicopter crash in the Alaska mountains. His PPF group business confirmed by a statement online on Saturday that Kellner was amongst 5 who died. The incident remains under investigation. So, wow. This thing is my throat, man. I'm so sick of this. Folks, you're going to have to hold on for a second. Hold on, folks. That's not a good sign. No, I'm out of breath stuff. Okay. The Hill. Another one. Alaska Commissioner launches GOP challenge to Murkowski. This is also today at 11:36. Senator Lisa Murkowski had her first Republican challenger of her 2022 re-election bid. You know, she was sanctioned by the Alaska legislature for her involvement with, I don't know, what was it? She voted to impeach Trump or something? I don't know. Alaska's commissioners. But see, the thing is, that's, you know, like her, Mitt Romney, and all those people, Susan Collins, you know, they did one thing right. And then right after that, they all fell right back in line. Even Romney, I was disgusted with him, you know, as far as some of the shit he voted, you know, in line with the Republicans, which he had to know was perfectly wrong, you know, but he did it anyway. Okay, Alaska's Commissioner of Administration, Kelly Shibaka, I think I said that, Shibaka, announced on Monday that she will mount a campaign to oust Murkowski, who has drawn the ire of former President Donald Trump and his allies for voting to convict him in his second impeachment trial last month. I am running for the Senate and represent our conservative Alaskan values, Shibaka tweeted. It was the guy, I felt bad. I tweeted him. I forget what his name is. He wants to get his Republican Party back together, get to the soul of the Republican Party. He's running for Congress or something. I said, buddy, you better start a new party. I'm like, the majority of people don't trust Republicans anymore, and it's true. I mean, even Republicans don't trust the Republicans anymore. It's like, you know, a lot of them feel like they got duped, cheated. They're too proud to admit it, but in private, you get them in a corner with a big light on their head. How do you feel? Well, you're right. I got duped. You know, then you'll admit it. Don't, you know, just short of torture, but they admit it. You just give them time. Let them sweat it out under a hot light for a while. You know what I mean? Anybody will talk. Yeah. Okay, Fox News, 13 hours ago. Now, see, this is in here. All right, this is Bradford Betts, okay? D.C. mayor deletes preventing auto theft tweet after igniting outrage. Carjackings in D.C. have been on the rise over the last couple of years. Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser on Sunday deleted a tweet on ways to reduce the risk of carjackings after it provoked outrage online for making no mention of an armed carjacking earlier in the week that resulted in the death of an Uber Eats delivery driver. The post was a retweet from D.C. Metro Police that offered ways in reducing chances of getting your vehicle stolen. Auto theft is a crime by opportunity, Bowser wrote. Follow these steps to reduce the risk of your vehicle becoming a target. Remember the motto, protect your auto. Now, why did Fox write it? She's black. If she would have been a white Republican, guess what? She's doing really good. She's telling people how to protect their cars. Dominion, Dominion, if you can hear me, folks. Dominion, hurry up and, they said they suing Fox for $1.6 billion, and they said they're not going to settle. So hurry up and get it over with. Bankrupt them, please. Okay. NBC News, this will cheer you up on a Monday morning. Maybe not, I don't know. It all depends on where you're coming from. Oh, boy. Convicted serial killer on death row dies in Indiana hospital. NBCnews.com. 2 hours ago, Joseph Edward Duncan, 58, was convicted of killing 3 family members from Idaho in 2005. Joseph Edward Duncan, during a sentencing hearing in 2006 in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, beginning his file, convicted serial killer on federal death row, died Sunday at a hospital in Indiana. In Indiana. Over there. Thank God I got 3 minutes left. 2 coughing fits and 3 minutes left. Hey, it's Monday, it's Monday. Okay, here we go. The Hill, 3 hours ago. There we go. Rah team, right? I'm a free-thinking independent. I'll bash anybody. So, Sleepy Joe, he's doing a hell of a good job, I think. Hey, you know what? It ain't his fault with the border and that shit. That's not his fault. Can't blame him for that. It's been going on for years, every year. It's migrant workers come up every spring to pick oranges and apples and all this other shit. Okay? If this was a normal thing in these Central American countries, weren't having so much trouble with violence and gang stuff that you would never hear about it, because migrant workers come and they do all the work that people in America will not do. They won't touch that shit. Like I said, like picking oranges and grapefruits and apples and radishes and all that shit, Picking cotton. They're a bunch of cotton pickers. Now, they don't pick cotton anymore. They got a machine for that. Shut up, Chuck. What the hell's wrong with you? But you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean? I mean, even with shaking the trees with the machine, with the big upside-down umbrella catching all the orange. Hey, migrant workers do that kind of shit. They got to separate the good from the bad. And that has to be done by hand, That don't look good. That didn't look... I glanced down at the monitor, and he looks like he's doing something else if they have the sound turned down. Okay, Senate Majority Leader Charles Schumer, here we go, is looking at whether he could pass a third bill this year through reconciliation, an arcane budget process that lets Democrats avoid the legislative filibuster. I wonder how he could do that. Mitch McConnell's going to have his eyes on that shit. Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. 30, time's up. Oh, man. I'm going to do this real quick. Schumer staff recently argued with parliamentarian that they could use Section 304 of the Congressional Budget Act, which greenlights the use of reconciliation, to tee up passing at least a third bill this year by a simple majority in aid for the New York Democrat confirmed. Schumer wants to maximize his option to allow Senate Democrats multiple pathways to advance President Biden's Build Back Better agenda as Senate Republicans try to obstruct or water down the bipartisan agreement the Schumer aid added. Okay, so if you want to read the rest of that, that's pretty important. It's from thehill.com. It was 8:30 this morning. Blah, 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 blah. Schumer eyes bad passing filibuster for third bill. Okay. Anyway, so they started to move that boat. So have a good day. I'm going to say goodbye to the radio people, and goodbye, radio people. I'm going to play their music, and I'm going to play yours, and then say goodbye to you. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm glad you put up with me. Be careful. Have a great day. And don't catch that Rona, okay? Just don't do that shit.
Bye.